Well, hello guys. Look, this is it. This is the wrap-up episode of Astraeos. Finally, we're here. It's the end. It's been honestly a crazy, like, unprecedented kind of like, I don't even want to tell you, like I had no idea what to expect. I had ideas as to what this was going to be like. It was different to some of the ideas, but in some ways it delivered. It delivered in every single way. Like it was just brilliant overall. Like I'm blown away with how much fun I've had playing with other people on this server and interacting and just getting up to shenanigans and oh dude, honestly it's kind of wild. So yeah, I was thinking I wasn't gonna do a last episode on this one because it is a bit different of a series to what I normally do, but I didn't feel like I had any closure on this series, so I want to just run through with you guys in the normal fashion I do on every series and just go through everything that we have accomplished, everything that's happened, like just quickly overview, like don't get bogged down on anything too much, and then just, you know, show off the creatures that we've got. Hopefully we've got everything. We don't have anything missing, I don't think. I'm probably mind blanking on something missing, but anyway. So yeah, sit tight guys. Look, and I will say it now as well, like if you did find yourselves enjoying this series at any point in time, guys, I really would appreciate if you can hit that like button one more time. Like it actually does help me out a lot. It just really tells YouTube that it's been a good, you know, it's a good video, and overall hopefully a good series that you guys have enjoyed. It's, as I said, it's a bit different, but man, it's been fun for me, that's for sure, and hopefully when I have fun, you guys have fun watching the content. Yeah, so anyway, without further ado, let's get going. I'm basically just going to tour around the base locations we've been at, you know, what's around, maybe go check out the other guys' bases as well, and just go through a bit of memory lane. It's you know, it's not like it's that long ago, but yeah. And then we'll finish back over at the main community area, and I'll show off all the creatures. So yeah, I'll see you at our starter location. So here we are, the starter location. So we ended up running, we actually just spawned like just down that way over there, and we ended up getting ballsy at the end of the first episode, I think, and then just coming sort of all the way up the beach. Now this is actually quite a dangerous location because there are like RGs, Sabers, Raptors, Rexes, you can get like the Astral variants, Ceratosaurus, Carnos, pretty much anything like down here and in this area in front of here, and obviously up on the mountains up there. So yeah, quite a wild area, but unfortunately my structure doesn't live here anymore because I was very hurting for resources, so I took it down. But we had like a little bob shack, you know, made out of thatch just sitting under here, and we managed to get our first couple of creatures. We also did receive our first prank. Now this was in retaliation. I will go and show that off in a second, but I left a prank for Mystic during my what was it, my 1 year on YouTube Q&A. I tamed a heap of dodos and I left them on aggressive inside a pen, very similar to that one behind me, near her base. Unfortunately, they all died to an Argentavis between episodes. Like before she even managed to get to them and see what was going on, they were all dead. So the prank failed, but she got me back with, they were monkeys that could throw poop. They're unfortunately all gone, obviously, but yeah, it was pretty funny. She got me good. She certainly got me. And yeah, hey friend, I had some spare monkeys laying around. I thought I would share them with my friendly neighbor. Nikki Penny, that was great. So yeah, so the next I might actually just jump over there. I'll show you where her base was. And because this was very early, even before Mystic even started on the server, because she was a little bit later and well before Skelly, because we had a couple of other people who were supposed to join who pulled out. But that's okay. But, you know, it was just very delayed with all of us starting at the same time. So yeah, give me a minute. I'll pop over there and we'll reconvene. Okay, so this dangerous spot here, I'm gonna have to be careful, is Nikki Penny's old base. So she was set up basically where those guys are fighting over there, just on the grass patch. So this is where I left my dodo enclosure. She had a beautiful spot here, by the way. She's looking across at the Pantheon over there. Pretty sure that's what they're called. And you know, I thought this little plateau here that had some rocks on it, I just broke them down and I built this enclosure and filled it with dodos on aggressive, and she actually ended up using it to saw creatures in for a little bit, I think. So that was pretty funny because, you know, they're obviously all dead. The prank kind of failed, but yeah. So what did I say? I think I said, warning, these dodos are removed from the ShADDow realm and due to high aggression rates, this was the only appropriate location to leave them. And then I said, please be kind to your new neighbors. So anyway, I gotta be careful. That guy's gonna come for me. They're very mean. Those things are mean. Yeah, so she's obviously since moved spots, but I will now move across to my spot I moved across to. After I moved base the first time, so I'll be there in a sec. All right, here we go. So our sort of first main base location. We only moved one more time after this, but here we go. So this is the house that I built. It only had this section here on it, so sort of where this is divided here. That part wasn't on it initially. But you know, I had it all kitted out with stuff inside. I managed to get to, like, you know, fabricator and everything in here. Like, I didn't go too crazy. Did our first creature breeding. I had a generator and everything. You know, it was good. Obviously, well dry on fuel. I haven't been over here in a long time. This was also where I had my greenhouse, which I was very happy with. I liked the look of this thing, and I can't believe, wow, that lasts a long time. I haven't put fertilizer in this since I first started playing, and these have just been going, so, yummy water. You know what, I might just take let's eat some lemons, hey? Let's eat some lemons. Yeah, so anyway, I was happy. So this is the Klinger rustic roof pieces here, and then I just had stone, the rest of it with the Astraeos skins on it. These are the K rustic plant pots as well. Oh my god, I think that's new. They didn't used to have the moss on them. That looks really good, actually. They have improved. So I think that had an update recently, and look at the moss on the roof. Wow. Yeah, it had an update and it improved it. So, you know, I think they obviously did some stuff. So it's pretty. I love it. Not really much else to tell you about it. It's kind of just like my old base. I did get a lot further here. It certainly was not dangerous like that Carno. I don't recall seeing anything dangerous here since when I first spawned, there was like a raptor up there, I think. Nothing else ever bothered me after that. It was all just herbivores around here. But yeah, it was good. So this, we actually, to get here, we came on foot. We had I don't have it anymore because it's died since, moving to the new location and leaving it out like an idiot. But I actually had a trike with a cart on it. And, we migrated here with like a huge convoy of creatures. And then I ended up migrating again to the final location. But before we get there though, I might just jump across and we'll have a look at Mystic's old base. And then we'll go across to Skelly's. And then we'll go to the community area. But yeah, let's go to Mystic's now. We'll have a look at what she's got going on. So, yeah, like I had never really seen anything about Mystic's building or anything before, but she actually is really good at building. I'm actually like, she did an amazing, amazing base here. I had an incident with a pickup gun, which was pretty funny. And, Skelly and I did like do a lot of pranking around that, but I'll first just show off the base and everything. And then we can chat about some of that. But she had, the water well there. She had sleeping bags for some reason. I actually haven't even seen her greenhouse, but yeah, she went nuts. She did the whole, you know, stacking and everything. She's made some of the bridges as well, which I loved these things. Thank God that isn't on targeting clearly right now. Otherwise I'd be in a world of hurt. I really like the greenhouse with the bridges and everything. Like this mod, that K rustic mod I love. That's actually almost becoming a bit of a staple for me, I think. Just all these bits and pieces you can do. Like that's like a half sloped roof up there. Or maybe like a quarter one, and then it's got like the half-size triangle pieces and stuff to put in. It's just really cool. Anyway, so this is her base. She's got so many defenses here that she was really making sure. But this is just beautiful, man. So this is part of like the garden decor mod. You can place grass down on foundation. She's got beehives from the honey cave just up there. She's got the fountain, she's got the cherry blossom trees. This is just, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. And, yeah, she had like, the freaking hedges running around. Like, she put a lot of effort into that, I can tell. I also really like the wall sap lighting. Looks good. But yeah, so if you're just like sort of look around at the entire base, it's really pretty. It's really nice. And yeah, she's got stuff hidden everywhere. There she is right there. Let's just pick up Mystic one more time. Let's drag her. Let's go throw her on this nest. Like that. For no reason. She even got preserving salts, man. She had like everything. Mystic probably went the craziest out of all of us with like, you know, I don't know, just like getting to things. Like she just, when she was on streaming, she just went crazy. Also, these are one of the most beautiful thylas I've ever seen ever. So, yeah. Anyway, that's Mystic's base. So let's go, just one more look. Just bam. It's on a cliff platform, by the way, if that wasn't obvious, but anyway, let's go across to Skelly's base. He didn't really have much going for him in terms of the base. He started way later, and, you know, due to shenanigans and everything, he really didn't manage to get his, like, find his feet very well. You know, because he was basically immediately trying to do caves with us and stuff, and all of the shenanigans going on between him and Mystic, like, he had no time to actually try and progress too much. So, yeah. Let's go check out his base anyway and see what he's got going. Alright, well, he's not up here. It looks like he was actually starting something. And it's all blown up. By the looks of it, or damaged by something. But I'm going to assume it's been blown up. Yeah, it looks like he was actually trying to build something. Oh, man. That sucks, Skelly. You never got to it, buddy. You know, he had just, like, basics and everything. He was getting into it. You know, he actually had managed to get some blueprints and stuff, you know. He had a bit. He had a bit of stuff. You know, like some of the loot you can get on this map's pretty OP. Yeah. Don't know, he even had seahorses. Wow. I guess he got them from Mystic. But yeah, he was going to build up here in these ruins, and I think that would have looked really cool, so sucks he didn't get around to it, but anyway, our base is actually just down next to that blue bit of water there, so let's go there. Alright, there is actually going to be a fair bit to show off here, so we'll just sort of run through the buildings quickly. I don't want to spend too long. Like, this recording's already getting longer than it should be for an outro video. So, this is my house. And I really enjoyed building this. I thought it turned out pretty good. I looked up, you know, ancient Greek houses for inspiration, I guess. And sort of like the whole two-tiered stairs on the outside, kind of like a courtyard in the front. Building like that was sort of a thing that was sort of seemed to be common, from what I could tell by the pictures, and, you know, I thought it turned out real nice. Let's just give a bit of a zoom. So yeah, unfortunately, in terms of interior decorating, I was a bit lacking. There is a huge hole over here, because I had all my workshop stuff here, and I basically took all of it out and put it in the workshop over there, but, you know, we did manage to put this little fireplace area in, a bit of decorating over here, and then upstairs really had not much going for it. I need to learn to finish these things better. Oh, we do have all these guys in here, though. Hello, Pygmy Griffin. Oh, you're so cute. I love you. So, we've got a lot of creatures. Yeah, that thing's probably full. I have my storage here as well with, you know, spare creatures in it. I have my depot in there with breeding. Then I have my little balcony here that I could come out and stare at my neighbors and shake my fists like an angry man. Anyway, so my house I was happy with. Next up, Nikki Penny moved in, so I was so happy to have a neighbor at the time. The whole idea of this was meant to be like a community, and I loved it when she moved in. I also love that this has been left here the whole time. I left her a primitive wooden shield blueprint, and she never did anything about it. Alright, I should get rid of that now. I should get rid of that. It's interrupting her view, man. She's been interrupted the whole time, but she did an amazing base. Like, it's beautiful. I love, like, the pillared, like, you know, balcony on the front. Like, it's quite big, too. Just the plants make a huge difference. The fountains. Oh, dude. I can actually go inside because, we're allied. And she's got them unlocked. She is. Hey, Nikki Penny, I'm gonna pick you up. Gonna drag you around a little bit. Do you want to be in bed? I'll put you in bed. Not my fault you fell through. I'm sorry. So yeah, she had like all of her games and everything. She did good with the decorating. I liked, you know, the different candles she had, and, you know, she had like a really good fireplace area. She had a little workshop off to the side. She, you know, she found little cubbies for everything, so Yeah, that's great. And then she had the upper balcony as well. Let me close the doors as well, seeing as I don't want to be a bad neighbor. So then we had, thirdly, Skelly. Well, Mystic was the third one who moved in, but we're going across to Skelly's first, so we'll show his off. He was going for like a ruined kind of look, and I like it actually a lot. So he had like random sort of pillars all over the place, kind of open. Oh, look, he built one of these. He unfortunately didn't really get to move into it or anything, but he's here. Hey, buddy, what are you doing under there? Can I drag your body? Thank you. Can I drag your body, please? You know, you're not supposed to fall through the floor. Okay, I don't know what to do. You just keep doing you, buddy. He also had like a bit of an overlook over the water, which I kind of like as well. Yeah, I think he had a lot of potential here. Like, sucks he didn't get to do more, but you know, time's a bit of a challenge, and he had very short notice on this series. Or like, in fact, he had minus notice because he had to start late. So, yeah. Mystic's base now as well. Nikki Penny and her both have like these cool little balconies off the back as well with a bit of a garden. I like that a lot. Mystic's was like a big open plan kind of thing. I really like this actually. She's got like a swimming pool built into hers just because of the nature of the water, but she's like got it divided off. It's almost like an infinity pool or something. It's very cool. I really liked it. Let me just go up here. So I don't think she moved in properly either. She had all of her stuff at her own place, but she did manage to build a little wine cellar in here, which I also quite liked. You have a bit of a plant problem. I should probably pick some of that up, you know. You want me to do your gardening for you? But yeah, that looks cool. I think there wasn't much over the other side either, so we'll skip over that. But yeah, very pretty overall though. Very nice base. Next up was a community area, which I built because I wanted to be able to hold council meetings, and it got used a few times, which is, you know, very funny. I had bridges going across to it. I love these dynamic bridges, by the way. These are very cool. So it was just a circular structure, and it had this little area in the, you know, lots of decorating with the crystals from landscaping mod. You know, it was a spot to stand here, and we could all just sort of sit and watch the one person who's speaking. You on drugs, bro? You on drugs? You're not supposed to do that. And then there was a couple of spots with the ambience as well. Like I was thinking you could sit here amongst the trees. Some of these trees I actually did place, by the way. They're not actual trees you can harvest. They're just, yeah. So I don't know. I like the ambience of this. I was quite happy with how this build turned out. So next, we have Nikki Penny's breeding barn, which she built for communal use, and it got a lot of use. I can tell you that now. Let me do that. Ignore the broken ceilings. That was me. Ignore that. So she had 4 corners. I was using this one mainly. I used the one at the front a little bit, but we have these turned down so that it only really takes like a quarter of the space. So we could pick up the babies from our breeds, but not anyone else's. And, yeah, interesting design. Like, it was like a very crazy looking ceiling, and I liked it. She put a lot of effort into this. It's huge. Like, yeah. So, well done, Nikki Penny. Let's go for a bit of a look at it from a distance. Bit hard to, actually. Yeah. It was very pretty. She also built the greenhouse over here as well. Once again, it was for communal use. I came in here a couple of times actually and just grabbed some berries and stuff. So appreciated that, having one of these much closer to base than where mine was. And then lastly is the workshop, which I built. So I used the castle key, the circus castle building mod, and to place the foundations out here for the courtyard. Same over at my base. Did some decorating as well. I was pretty happy with the decorating on this, actually. You know, I had lots of fire, lots of benches. Had minimal plants. I didn't want it to be too planted up. Lots of decor boxes to look like cargo. These forges are really cool, actually. They're quite expensive to build. I think they're better than the normal ones. And then in here we have Lots going on. So this is basically, it was meant to be like a universal industrial forge that I built in here. Just like all the other stations that you might need to craft stuff. Didn't really get much use, I think, besides me, but it was pretty late in the series. We were very rushed. But I also liked this little lean-to I did. Yeah, I was happy with the build in the end. Like, I tried to go a bit different on it, and I was happy. A little bit more detail work in the main building I would have appreciated, but, you know, I was out of ideas, and I thought it looked okay in the end. But yeah, that's it for the structures, except for these paths and this little thing. I put this in towards the end, just the other day, actually. So just to sort of go between the buildings. Thought that looked really good. It's a little peaceful, tranquil area to relax and de-stress. Yeah, so the last thing indeed is the creatures. So I'm definitely missing things. I know that there were some things I got early on. And there's obviously some shoulder pets inside that you've already got a glance at, including the gecko, which we haven't looked at yet, but because it was down the bottom. But these are kind of it. So like we've got, you know, our parasaur that we got very early on. We've got our raptor pack that we got very early on. These aren't in a particular order, by the way. Scorpion, we ended up with a couple of sabers early. I haven't pulled every creature out. I just got like placeholders for certain ones. Iguanodon I claimed as a baby and never used. The raptor that Nikki Penny made us. Look at the freaking... Oh, dude, this thing's gorgeous. Yeah, you've obviously got a lot. You had a good saddle on you too. Damn. All right. Oh, Mystic. Good job. Yeah, we used these in... to take down an Alpha Rex together, actually. That was pretty funny. We had them for the first cave. That music's very loud. Wow, I gotta adjust that setting. I got a new computer. That's why. I have so many settings to change, man. Yeah, so anyway, our Pteranodon. So we managed to get a Pteranodon early on. It didn't get imprinted or anything, but... Oh, wait, no, I did end up with an imprinted one. You're the wrong one. Unless you reset your imprint somehow. Got the good saddle on, though. I'm confused. Okay, I'm just gonna forget that I've seen that. Whatever. You know, the Pteranodon helped us get around early on. We've got Nyx the Saber, which was named at the suggestion of one of our commenters or viewers, which was a really cool name I liked, actually. There is also a saber that... Where's the saber that Nikki Penny gave me? Oh, it's inside somewhere, obviously. I'm just missing it at the moment, which sucks. But there was a really beautiful saber. If you want to see it, go and watch the second cave we did together. The one where you get the artifact of the hunter. That's supposed to have minotaurs at the end, but it didn't for us. We got the beaver. So I found 2 max level beavers in one episode, and I only ended up being able to tame one because I could not keep them both asleep. I didn't have a berry gatherer. I didn't have much narcotic, and I could not keep them to sleep while berry taming them. It was awful, but we managed to get one in the end, and it looks amazing. The Styracosaurus. This thing was amazing when I finally got one, so it's an early game stone gatherer. Probably not quite as good as a Dodie, but it managed to do the trick for us. We basically used it the whole time. We used, except for like some help with Nikki Penny at one point where we sort of tag teamed and used her Dodies. Ankle Biter, the Yankee, you know, we managed to get that fairly early on as well. Obviously, helped us out. The Nothosaurus. This thing is so cool. I love this thing. It's a modded creature I'd never played with before, and they are really cool. I actually really enjoyed using this thing. So there's a couple of mods that may end up staying on future games. I don't know. But as long as it's not a game I'm trying to play like super vanilla, but yeah, it's got cool attacks. It's a lot of fun to swim around on. It's pretty strong. You know, considering it's not even imprinted, it was pretty good. So yeah, I love that creature. Eutyrannus, obviously not the best Eutyrannus we had because we lost the other one in the boss fight. But, you know, just a symbol of saying we went out and got some with the crew when we went to the Northern Island to have a look around for the first time just to get kibble. Argentavis, you should have been further down the list, but you know, you're beautiful, you're imprinted with your one mutation, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Got the pink. You were very handy, of course. Argentavis are never not. Tyler, you were not imprinted, but still just like MVP of the series, I tells ya. You took down so many alpha creatures, you saved my butt so many times, and I appreciate you to no end, beautiful Thyla. I don't know why your face does that when you get out of... You just look so weird. Paleo Rex. That thing was so much fun to tame. I struggled a lot, but they just look so cool. Like, the normal Rex is just ugly, so ugly compared to this thing. And this thing's just got such a cool taming method. You know, I love it. It's arguably easy to tame, funnily enough, if you're prepared for it. But, you know, it's just so cool looking. So yeah, I loved getting that. The Griffin, so I only just got this yesterday. This was given to me by Mystic as a prize for completing her course, but I love Griffins. I wish I could have actually tamed one of these early on, but she gave it to me with ShADDow colors, the blue. And I appreciated that so much. Like, Griffins are just amazing. It's so cool. Hopefully in another series at some point I'll get to play with them, but yeah. Minotaurs, now these were unfortunately added like, you know, halfway through the series, sort of 2/3 of the way maybe. And they were supposed to be, you know, tameable as soon as the second half of the map dropped. Well, there were huge spawn issues and it took like 5 days, like a week to fix. So towards the end of that week, I actually ended up spawning them in. I didn't like actually see the levels I was spawning in. I didn't want to be cheaty about it. And I tried to forget where they all were. So I had to go around and hunt them as if I was looking anyway. But we managed to tame up a decent level 1. The Nikki Penny managed to get a high level 1, so we bred with hers. And then I used them to take into the boss fight. And they were pretty good, actually, with a couple of mutations. If I had to have more time, I would have done a lot more to them. But yeah, they're basically a reskinned Ferox, by the way. But they're very, very cool. I liked them a lot, so... the Wyvern, that was a good trip with Nikki Penny into the trench. I wish I had been able to go back and get some higher level eggs, but this was the best one we got. It started off as like a level 70 or 80 or something maybe. I can't even remember at this point, but you know, we at least managed to get it imprinted because it's obviously you always can with Wyverns. But it was good. It was handy to get around on a lot faster, so yeah. I don't think I'm forgetting any creatures, but that's I think that's pretty much it, guys. We've managed to have a look at all the creatures and all the buildings. So, look, Astraeus. This map has got to be one of my favorites now. I can't wait to see it done. It's just beautiful. It's refreshing. It's different. Like, it's just completely different textures to all the other maps I've had so far. So, it's been a lot of fun. But playing with other creators, like, I never ever thought I would be doing something like that. Now I have been, and it's just wild to me. So, you know, I really just want to have a huge shout out to Nikki Penny for chatting to me really early on about this and helping me sort of go through the thought process, and then Mystic for having faith when I reached out to her blindly and she, you know, took some faith in coming to join, and she's had a lot of fun. So appreciate that. And then Skelly, appreciate you just like, you know, immediately responding and being like, hell yes, I'm in. So, you know, you guys have rocked. I appreciate the amount of fun we've managed to have on this series. You know, we've had so many shenanigans. If anyone wants to watch them, go back and look for anything to do with pranking. It's honestly been so much fun to do. Just getting up to no good, especially with Skelly. I wish I could do a fist bump. Oh man. But look, anyway, guys, as I said, look, if you did find yourselves enjoying this series at any point in time, I really would appreciate if you one more time just hit that like button. It really does help me out. And it also just tells me I've done something right and helps me sleep better at night. Plus, you could always consider subscribing, turning on notifications, leaving a comment down below. All that's good stuff that helps me out a ton. And of course, if you do want to go that step further, you can become a channel member. It's $1.50 per month and gives you early access to videos. But anyway, guys, as always, I hope you all enjoy whatever it is you're doing, whatever time zone it is. And I'll be seeing you in the next series, which will be definitely on Extinction. Bye-bye for now.